Greetings, everyone. Sophisticated Intuition here with your March mid-month messages. This is for the sign of Leo. I'll be pulling your romance, finance, and career. And then I also have, I have two new decks, but I have the White Light Oracle that I'll be pulling at the end to kind of give you a overall. Bear with me because it is a new deck for me, so I will be reading from the book to give you that message. However, I will see how it ties into all of the other, to what comes out in your romance, finance, and career. So let's get started. For romance for Leo for the remainder of March. Finance. And career. Okay, so for those of you who are new, I do pull all of my cards so I can get a the entire message here, and I do read intuitively. So just picking up the energy of the collective. This is for the sign of Leo for the remainder of March. There we go. And Leo and finances. What do they need to know in their finances? Well, your cards are shuffling weird, Leo. For the sign of Leo, what do they need to know for the remainder of March? You got some majors on the board here, Leo. One more for Leo, please. I think this is the longest that it took to pull so far. What do Leos need to know for the remainder of March? Well, wow. Okay. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. I feel like this is Earth energy, so this is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But I do feel like, Leo, that you're kind of feeling, um, you're pulling up that energy, that very grounded, earthy energy. Stability. I am kind of getting an element of concern of your stability for some of you. That's not everyone. That's just for some of you, and that's an overall energy. Now, let's take a look here. As I was shuffling, it gave me enough time to kind of pick up a lot of the energy for each of the aspects of your life right now, Leo. And in terms of your romance, it appears that you are trying to gain some mental clarity. I have the Neptune card here, which is about the Seven of Cups. It's Seven of Cups, it's about the Seven of Cups. It is the Seven of Cups in the traditional tarot. It picks up that element of, one, a lot of choices, right? A lot of options. And then a bit of confusion. There's an element of confusion here that I'm picking up. And the reason why is because I have this Six of Swords here, which talks about moving towards calmer waters. And I feel like the swords are all about our internal or our mental state. And the way that she just is like with her mind closed, I feel like you're trying to find peace within. You've had a lot of options or a lot of decisions to make in terms of your romance, and you are working on just clearing your state of mind. Here I have the Gemini card that I think, which is the Lovers and the traditional tarot. So making a decision in love. And here you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you or the person you're connected to is working on making that decision. And then we have the Virgo I analyze, which is the Hermit card. A Virgo could be significant, a Gemini could be significant. And then we have the Three of Cups. So there is an element of third party energy here, but not necessarily. There's really, what I'm picking up is reconciliation, but like the thought of it. So there's no action necessarily here. There's a lot of thought. There's a lot of thought going into a reconciliation. That's the energy that I'm picking up for you, Leo. Very heavily, like you're trying to control your thoughts or work on how you think. You're thinking deeply on you or the person you are connected to, thinking deeply on how to reconcile. Okay, obviously that's not going to resonate with everyone. Definitely reach out if you need a personal reading. But there is some Leos here that are trying to collect their thoughts, trying to, or after some event that has occurred, it's like some needing to rethink how you go about your relationship, your partnership, your connection. Okay, I'm not going to stay too long on that because I'll come back to it with the romance angels in a little bit. In terms of your finances, you seem to be trapped in your mind with the Eight of Swords here and the 11th house friends. I think I picked up this energy for Aries, like with the current state of the world, and that's going to come out in these readings this month for sure, and it may even go into next month's readings. But you network. That's how you make your money. And you feel like your hands are tied behind your back right now because you can't network how you would normally. Your face-to-face is very important to how you how you bring in your finances, and you're not able to do that. But the thing about the Eight of Swords is that it's all mental. So what you need to do is figure out another way to network. Okay. If getting out there and being face to face with your clients is an important way or a significant way of how you bring in your commission, you need to think of another way to do that, because it's all mental. Okay. It seems like you're really in your mind right now, Leo. You're really in your mind. There is going to be a transition. I have death here with the Sagittarius card. Okay. Sagittarians are very optimistic and very, they think outside the box, and they're able to not only think outside the box, but they seek out that I see here. I feel like you're seeking out a new way in your finances, Leo. But the death card here, that Scorpio energy also. So, but I'm really feeling like there's some huge transformation. There's an ending. There's an ending to the way that you go about in your finances. And that might be just picking up on our current state in the world. Like the way you were going about it, the way you were networking, okay, is coming to an end. And so now you have to figure out a new way. Again, Sagittarius are about expanding the mind. So with that card coming out with the death, that's what I'm feeling like. You're going to have to find a new way to bring in your finances. And then we have Saturn here, truth. It should say harsh truth. This is the Three of Swords in the traditional tarot with the Ace of Wands. So there's this element in your finances of a harsh truth that is requiring you to have a brand new idea on how to create your finances. Okay. All right. So you're holding on to a partnership in terms of your career. Here we have, and the finances can roll into your career. Obviously, the way that we make money, or excuse me, what we do for a living is how we make our money. So I'm picking up the energy that's kind of rolling into it. And I have the Four of Pentacles here with the partners. And so with the seventh house and partners. So there is an element here of you holding on to the way that you make your money, or the business that you work with. How, help me spirit. I'm going to clarify. Because I'm trying to, there's definitely like a huge change for you, Leo, in how you make your money here. The Tower is here with the second house owning. I'm going to show you that in just a moment, but let me clarify. Why is the seventh house here partnership with the Four of Pentacles? Okay. For Leo, why is this here? Ace of Cups and the Moon. Five of Cups at the bottom of that. So you're disappointed about having to make this change, but Spirit is trying to tell you here, the Moon and the Ace of Cups has come out to clarify that Four of Pentacles and partnership, that there is there's something hidden from you. There's something that you don't realize, that this is giving you an opportunity to reestablish yourself, is what I just heard. And I'm hearing that because I'm looking at this second house, which is the Two of Pentacles and the Tower. The Two of Pentacles is talking about juggling or balancing, right? And it feels like, okay, Leo, you dropped the ball. Okay? It feels like you dropped the ball. But there's a blessing in that. There's a blessing in disguise. There's a blessing in disguise, Leo. You're trying to hold on to something that's in existence, and God is trying to bring you to a new thing, okay? Because the Tower is here. There's something that in your career or your finances both, where you drop the ball, and there's a blessing in that, okay? There is a period of healing here. I have the Three of Swords with the healing card. So there's a period of healing in your career. This is deep, Leo. This is deep. I'm getting that twin tower energy. Like when the twin towers fell and those who survived, eventually they re-entered the workforce and had to rebuild themselves. That's the energy, but they had to heal from all of that, like so much. Um, that one event and how it impacted their lives in so many different ways. That's the energy that I'm picking up for you, Leo. So there's something going on here in your career, definitely a part of the current state of events that is going to cause you to have to start all over again. Okay. All right, let me pull a romance angel. For the sign of Leo for the remainder of March. Romance angels, thank you. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So, with this Six of Swords here, some of you are, travel is limited, but some of you, I think I did pick that up for you, Leo. I picked that up, I think, a few times, that some of you are going to be traveling. Some of you are at a distance from one another. And that energy is that distant energy. Some of you are at a distance. Some of you are just in the energy of being distant from one another. And it's causing you to overthink or think about, analyze this relationship. Okay. Not being able to get to each other. And how is this going to work? That's the example that I'm getting. Like, what if we can't see each other anymore physically? How are we going to continue to, how is this relationship, how is this connection going to continue to thrive? And it's like there's this soulmate energy here that spirit is kind of saying, it's not the telepathy. I'm not getting that. Maybe a little bit, because there's a lot of thought. There's just a lot of thought in your romance, Leo. So you're not being able to physically see one another. Some of you are not being able to physically see one another. There's something that's keeping you from doing that. Could be the current state of events, could be distance, whatever the case might be. And it's causing you to think a whole lot about how on earth can this relationship work if we can't see each other? Okay. Let me get an additional message for you. For the sign of Leo, additional messages for the remainder of March. What do they need to know? It's too many. For the sign of Leo, what do they need to know? Additional messages. It's almost like I don't know, I'm looking at this Three of Cups with this Virgo I analyze, which the energy I'm picking up is like the Hermit energy. And It's like in this time period that you can't be with each other, someone starts to think about how it used to be when they were single and was able to hang out with their friends and do what they wanted to do. That's for some of you, not all of you. That's a um, very specific Leos out there. Okay, so your additional messages. Knowledge. It is not time to seek knowledge from within, but to seek out the information you need from without. So that's you in your mind, all that thinking that you're doing. Spirit is asking you to seek the knowledge without. Yeah, because you have that hermit energy, the Gemini, the Neptune. Like you just really in your thoughts right now. You're really in your head, Leo. And you need to get out of your head. Strength also came out, which that is definitely your energy. That's the strength card in the traditional tarot. So it's time to be strong and take on the challenges you face. This was telling you to look within, find your inner strength to power through any obstacles that are in your way. Leo, you're in your head. You're in your head about your romance for sure, your finances as well. And something is coming in terms of your career that is going to shake you up. Okay. Or is already occurring. Trying to see if there's anything else. Okay. I'm going to pull from the White Light Oracle. This is a newer deck for me, if I didn't say so already. So when the message comes out, I'm going to read from the book and then speak intuitively to it as it ties into the message that has already come out. A few of the signs, it was actually instructions for this time. So let's see what it is for Leo, or for these times that we're in right now. So let's see what the White Oracle has for Leo for the month of March. It's way too many. Okay. Vulva of Sadir. Okay, let me read and see what it says here for you. The art is just so beautiful on these cards. Like I'm just so drawn in. Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies toward what you wish to manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you may contribute constructively towards shaping the outcome for the greatest good. Leo, in the tarot, you are depicted as strength. And the energy that I'm pulling from you for you is fear. Some of you in what we are dealing with currently are trying to project strength as if there is no fear externally. Internally, you have extreme anxieties about your relationship, about your finances, about your career. You are used to vibrating on a high frequency, attracting wealth and prosperity. And in these times, you are fearful of what the outcome is. However, Many of you are not demonstrating that to your loved ones or those who are surrounding you, but you are internalizing it and are in mental conflict and anguish. Spirit is asking you to have a positive mindset, be in the present moment, and keep your thoughts positive. That's your message. Love and light.